Kokology by Machina. The Stolen Berries. Everyone likes a nice person, and most of us try to be good in our own lives. Why is it then that there are so few people in the world who are good all the time? As hard as you may try, there are always those rotten days and moments of weakness where it just feels better to be bad. Whether that takes the form of driving too fast on the highway, cheating on a test, or liberating a box of poems from the office. We've all done things we can't be proud of or justify. The key to becoming a truly good person is in accepting the bad parts of your own personality and admitting that you're not perfect. Not in trying to act like a saint when the devil on your shoulder whispers you in the ear. We all succumb to temptation sometimes. But in the next scenario, you might just get caught. 1. On a stroll through the countryside, you come across a field of delicious-looking strawberries. Your stomach starts to rumble, and there's no one else around. Only a fence stands between you and a free lunch. How high is that fence? 2. You sneak into the garden and begin to help yourself to the fruit. How many berries do you eat? 3. Suddenly the farmer whose berries you're stealing appears out of nowhere and starts yelling at you. What do you say in your own defense? 4. After all is said and done, how do the berries taste? And looking back, how did you feel after your berry stealing adventure was over? Key to the stolen berries. Strawberries, seductively juicy and red, are a common symbol of sexual attraction and desire. The way you envision the scenario helps us to understand your attitude towards forbidden romance and stolen love. 1. The height of the fence you imagined around the field is a measure of your own level of self-control and resistance to sexual temptation. The higher the fence, the greater your own defenses. People who imagined a total enclosure exercise admirable restraint. Those of you who said it was only a string tied around some bean poles at about knee height run a higher than average risk of getting burned by the flames of love. 2. The number of berries you said you would steal is the number of people you can believe yourself in love or lust with at any given time. If you said you'd quit after eating just one, you're likely to be faithful in your own love life as well, or at least a devoted serial monogamist. Those of you who got into the double digits may need to think seriously about applying the brakes on your libido. Nobody can keep that pace up forever. 3. The excuses you made to the farmer represent the way you defend yourself if you got caught having an affair. What was your excuse? I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do it again. Sometimes a full confession and a promise to behave is the best way to get yourself off the book. They looked so good, I just couldn't help myself. Well, actually, you did help yourself to somebody else's berries. But honesty is the best policy. After all, it worked for George Washington, didn't it? If you keep it up, maybe someday you could be president too. Hey, those berries were great. Do you mind if I have a couple more? Farmers have shotguns. Spouses of lawyers. Fortunately, you still have a chance to reconsider your choice of words. 4. The way you describe the experience and the taste of the berries gives an indication of how you imagine yourself feeling when looking back on a past affair. Actually, they didn't taste as good as they looked. The whole thing wasn't really even worth the effort. All too true for most affairs. Chalk it up to experience and put it behind you. So sweet, so juicy and delicious. I've never tasted anything like it. Let's just say you're in the high-risk group of repeat offenders. Kokology, produced by Machina. Credits to Tadahiko Nagao and Isamu Saito.